this is Desiree, and I'm going to do a quick little journal flip this morning. Before I get started, I'm going to have my favorite, which you've seen often before, the Lord Bergamot from the Stephen Smith Tea Maker. My favorite Earl Grey. So I'll just get that started here. Maybe you can join me for a little tea and a quick flip this morning. So I am in the middle of a few months of going back and forth to Colorado, as some of you may know, to take care of my dad, who is 93 and has a lot of health issues. And we're trying to figure out what he needs right now. So this isn't the end of March, but it is, we're getting ready to pack up and head back again, and I don't think I'm going to be doing a video while we're there. So I thought that maybe this morning I would do a quick one of most of March. So here we go. As you can tell, as you go through the journal with me, that it has been really hectic. It's been pretty crazy. We have been driving back and forth. This will be our third trip since Christmas. And it's about 1,300 miles one way. And we always drive because we need to take things, and we need to take Oscar, and he would be a little terror on the plane unless he were very highly sedated. So we just always drive back and forth. We know the route pretty well. Anyway, so this was the beginning of March, and actually we were still in Colorado at that point, and I ordered some really pretty Stroke of Midnight from Ferris Wheel Press. You may have seen my other video, but it was to go with my TWSBI Diamond 580. I just got them at the same time, thinking that they were a really nice match. So that is the beginning of the March pages there. And it is a shimmer. And I'm not sure if you can pick that up too well. This day I was playing a little bit with watercolor. The thing I love about watercolor is how you can get the colors to blend on the paper. I mean, to me, that is like the most wonderful thing about watercolor, and it has a mind of its own, and it's just really fun to see things, how they end up moving together. So that was that. And then this Thursday and Friday were kind of fun too. I'm not sure why these ended up being kind of a under the sea theme. And so this one is from Stargazer, ink vent, diamine ink vent. And this one was actually from the Glass Dip Pen Company. I got 4 inks from them, and I didn't even use this one. It says, it's purple on the outside, and it's green, it says ink. There isn't any brand or anything. They're all shimmers. As you can see, there's a lot of shimmer in there. And I didn't even try this one. I just thought it was another purple one, but it wasn't. It was a green one. And hopefully you can pick that up too. It was a really beautiful shimmer. Probably moving this around all over where you can't see it. But anyway, I was just playing with those together, and they both ended up giving me the feel of, underwater. So that's why I put that in there. And then I was writing with the Ferris Wheel Press Stroke of Midnight in there. And I hope you can see that. I always say that, it's just really pretty to see the shimmer, which you may or may not be able to pick up. So anyway, those pages. And I was just writing on here that I think this was, sort of a nature theme for sure, these last few pages here because it was under the sea, trees, and now this with the birds. And I just feel like it's because I'm really craving spending some time in the woods, in the forest, in the mountains, not just driving through, but actually being there for a while, which we haven't been able to do. So I was just talking about that. This is a picture. We have a little 5 acres in eastern Washington, which is totally different than western Washington. It's really beautiful too, and I like to go over there towards the end of May when it's not so hot. And it's just beautiful, and the meadowlarks are singing, and it's just, there's nothing on the land. It's just a little piece of land there. I think it's because I was missing our homestead up above Boulder in Colorado, which was sold many years ago. And anyway, I was thinking at some point of building a straw bale home or something on there. Of course, that didn't happen. But we still have the land, and we go over usually once a year, a couple times a year. But this is just the beautiful time to go, and this was a couple years ago, and it was just, you know, so beautiful because it's green but not hot, and the birds are singing, and it's very quiet, and it was just wonderful. So I hope we make it back out there the end of this May. All right. So anyway, this was, you know, we were still in Colorado at this point, and we were getting ready to leave there. So I was packing up, thinking about leaving that Boulder, Longmont area. So I put this little sticker in there from Doc, and she actually was, what should I say, encouraging me to do this little flip through because I haven't done one for a while. So there you go, Doc. Anyway, so we were leaving Colorado this day. Conditions were not too bad. You know, it's not so snowy and crazy as it was around Christmas, although it was still snowy a little bit in parts, but it wasn't, you know, nothing major, nothing awful. So that was when we were leaving, just going through our whole, you know, routine back to Washington. And we just, like I said, we just pretty much know the route by heart now, and different, you know, markers, landscape markers and things. We're just getting to know that route. I think actually this, by the way, is the Diamine Steel Blue, which I actually also ordered. That was this one. Very turquoisey teal blue. So that was kind of pretty. And this is kind of a mix with watercolor. And here we're back at home in Washington, and I was really craving Japanese food, and we had some frozen udon noodles, which are the big, fat, thick ones. So that was just a label off of that, and we made some noodles a couple times, actually, with some different various things in them and different spices, but they were really good. I was enjoying those. So that is that label. And, you know, I'm just talking about being behind with so much stuff going on with my dad. But in the meantime, I was so excited. I saw a simple project bag on YouTube for my knitting, and I really wanted to hurry up and make that. So like 2 days after we got home, I did this kind of sewing day and followed that instruction and sewed this little project bag. And that's the first time I've really sewn anything for years and years, but really fun. And I'm going to make some more of them, maybe different sizes. Anyway, but that is Housing My Birds of a Feather by Andrea Maury right now, which I'm still working on. I did quite a bit on the road, but it's a long shawl, so I'm having fun with that. That wool, the beautiful yarn, is from Zia Wools, Doug at Zia Wools, so on Etsy. So this day has a little bit of ink play with the Noodler's Cayenne, which surprisingly I really like a lot. I don't usually like bright red inks, but that was just so beautiful. It looks just like a cayenne pepper, so I really liked that one. So just playing around with that. Just trying to catch up a little bit on my journal, and having some fun looking at different knitting podcasts. And it is, definitely getting to be spring here, everywhere, I guess, in this, northern hemisphere. But oh my gosh, it's so beautiful here where we live. As things start blooming, the air smells so good. It's so fragrant with all of these different trees, blossoming and flowers coming out. And I just really love the spring here. And I'm kind of sad to, to be heading back to Colorado again, and missing some of that, but we've gotten to see just a little bit of it. So this was our anniversary day. So this Saturday, I was just talking more about, all the things that I've been doing, trying to just relax and be in the moment. So, and here I was just talking about having so many things in my head right now, just lots of thoughts, lots of numbers, lots, it's just hard to really maintain balance right now. This is the little project. You can probably not see it too well, but it's a crochet bag. It's going to be a big bag with handles, and it's also a project bag for knitting or for whatever. But I noticed that I will never be able to leave it anywhere close to the dog because he loves that fuzzy yarn. He thinks it's a little animal. I've caught him now twice with it, and he pulled out part of the stitches, and I'm just thinking, okay, this is not going to work. He just, he just loves that kind of stuff too much. Anyway, I'm having fun with that, and but meanwhile, my dad is back in the hospital, and we are heading out. We were going to head out maybe next week to get him going with his transition to assisted living, but we just need to head out sooner than that, so we're taking off tomorrow, and that's why I wanted to hurry and get this little video uploaded. So this is today, and I'm just really enjoying some of the cherry blossoms, plum blossoms, those kinds of things around here. So I hope everybody's enjoying the spring. I hope wherever you live, you see wonderful things and smell wonderful fragrances. It's really pretty no matter where you're at. So talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.